Here in my hands, I hold 2 instances of the PGYTECH CapLock Mantis Power Pod. Now, the reason I have 2 of these is because one of these is designed for GoPro action cameras, and the other one is designed for Insta360 action cameras. So what I have here today is I have the Hero 12 mounted on this one for the GoPros, and I have the Ace Pro mounted on this one for Insta360 cameras. And this accessory right here may be one of the best value accessories I've ever purchased for an action camera. Here's why. And instead of holding up 2 of these, I'm gonna just hold up 1 of these. So first of all, what we have here is we have a built-in battery. Battery is built in right here. And this battery holds 5,000 milliamp hours of charge. So the great thing is you don't have to have this plugged into your GoPro to use it. You can have it disconnected, and the plug has a nice little spot right here where it stays plugged in when you're not using it so that you don't damage the USB-C end. But when you're ready to use it, you're able to take it and you're able to plug it in to your GoPro. So this is great for those times where your GoPro battery might be running low and you might need a little extra charge. Or you can, of course, keep it plugged in at all times and have your GoPro battery maintaining charge. Now, due to this battery having 5,000 milliamp hours, this means you can charge your GoPro approximately 2.5 times. So having that built-in battery right there provides great value. Now, the next thing I want to show you is I want to show you this joint right here. So this ball joint right here, if you turn this knob to loosen it, this can rotate 360 degrees. And then on this axis, it can rotate about 35 degrees. You can have it straight right here, and you can tilt it all the way back to here. And one of my favorite ways to use this is to tilt it to about right there and then tighten it. And then let me power it on. So right here, I'm gonna remove the remote. The remote is removable. Since I removed the remote, let's talk about the remote. So first of all, the remote has a power button down here, and it's got a mode button over here. And then right here is the record button. And the remote is also USB-C rechargeable at the bottom there. And it takes about an hour to charge the USB-C remote, but the USB-C remote lasts 25 hours on that 1-hour charge. So let me show you here. We're gonna power it on with the remote. So I'm gonna hit the power button right here, and we're gonna power on the GoPro. While we're at it, why don't I record a clip right here? So I'm gonna push the shutter button on the remote, the big red button, and it's gonna start recording. So easy enough. And of course, if I want to switch modes when I'm not recording, that's also easy to do. Stop recording, and I can push the M button right here. It's gonna switch to photo mode, and then pushing it again, it's gonna switch me to time-lapse mode. Then of course I can push it again, and it's gonna take me back to video mode. There is a use case for that remote because you don't have to be holding on to this when you use the remote. So I'm gonna lock that remote back here into place. But as I was saying, the adjustability here makes this very versatile, because one of the common ways I'm gonna use this is I'm gonna use this as a selfie stick, and this holds it back plenty far from my face. It's got a good distance there, and it's really good for talking to the camera. It's plenty far away, and I can adjust the angle here to make it more comfortable. So if I want to, I can have this fully upright like that, and I can hold it there, hold it a little bit closer if I need to. That works great as well. And when you want to take your GoPro off, there's this latch right here, and you put it down to the unlock position. You just push in right here, and it's gonna pop right out. So there are a couple different mounting plates that come with it. Because the GoPro has the 1/4-20 mount built into the bottom, I'm using the 1/4-20 mount here. But there is also a mount that has the thumb screw and the feet on it. So if you wanna untuck the feet on the GoPro and mount it that way, you can do so. Then when you're ready to pop it back into place, just gonna line it up here, and it's gonna latch right there into place. It's gonna be nice and secure there. It's not gonna go anywhere. So the great thing about the Mantis Pod, as you might imagine by the name, is it does have a versatility of ways in which you can use this part of the device. So I'm gonna show those to you. The first mode is the Mantis Mode. So what you can do here is you can unfold the 2 legs on it. And right here, this of course would be tripod. But then the Mantis aspect is right here. You can pull this down, turn it sideways there so you can see that. So the Mantis Mode is what I would use if I want to mount this on something like a fence, a park bench, a tree, anything where this bracket here can kind of latch on into place. And you'll notice there are also these grooves right here. Those grooves can be useful depending on what you're mounting it on, like a chain link fence, something like that. It's fairly narrow. It'll fit nicely through there. So as you can imagine, if you're mounting this on something like that, you can then adjust the angle of the camera, you can have it mounted here, and you can be talking to it. And of course, the second mode, which I already showed you, is the handheld mode. So I can tuck these all back in place, and here's the handheld mode right here. Handheld mode, you of course can adjust accordingly as you wish to with the angle here. And then the third mode on here is tripod mode. So tripod mode, you just fold out the 2 legs there, and it's a tripod. This is great for creating content on the go, especially if you want those scenes where you're filming close to the ground and you want to have footsteps walking by it or a bike rolling past it. It's perfect for that. And you, of course, with the tripod mode, you can set it up on something. If you have a wall you want to set it on top of, brick walls, something like that. In urban settings, that's very useful as well. And tripod mode is also great for time lapses. I use it a lot for time lapses, so I can keep this fairly low to the ground. And it's great for getting that angle that I'm looking for. And then the fourth mode is briefcase mode. So for briefcase mode, we're gonna turn this around and I'm gonna put the angle to this right here. Then I'm gonna tighten it back up. So you've got briefcase mode right here. And briefcase mode is great for recording some of those low to the ground scenes. It's very versatile for how you hold it. It's great for filming walking or anything close to the ground. Or if you just wanna have that lower perspective down here and you don't wanna have to bend over awkwardly while filming, you can easily hold it at your side while you're walking. And when you wanna plug in the cable, plug it in right here. And you may be wondering, do I need to leave my latch open? This device ships with a battery door, and it's got a little rubber latch where you can open it right here. Now the one I'm using on here currently is the GoPro pass-through door because I simply keep that on my GoPro at all times, unless I'm using it underwater. But the door that comes with this essentially accomplishes the same purpose, but it does have a little rubber cover that you can put over here when you're not using it. But do note that door is not waterproof either. So if you have that door in your GoPro, don't put your GoPro underwater because water could potentially get in there. And of course, where the remote attaches, it is magnetic, pops right into place and it stays there. You don't have to worry about it. So if you're looking for an accessory that fulfills the need for a tripod, a selfie stick, a mount, power, and a remote for controlling your GoPro when you're not standing right next to it, I highly recommend checking out the PGYTECH CapLock MantisPod Power. I bring along this accessory anytime I go out with my GoPro or Insta360 action cameras. And I love the value this product provides. For the price of about $70 when not on sale, this eliminates the need to bring a lot of other individual accessories along with me. I can consolidate all those accessories into one accessory right here. And really quick, I want to bring back the Insta360 version of this, just to show you that this one does indeed work with Insta360 cameras as well. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to hold the power button and I'm going to power it on. We have power. And of course, I can hit record on my remote here. It's going to start recording. It's a beautiful night out here, by the way. Look up at the sky there. Really nice blue sky. Very comfortable. Thunderstormed a little while ago. Still a little bit of rain dripping off trees here, but I'm in a good spot where I'm not getting too wet from those trees. And of course, if you want to power off the Insta360 Ace Pro, you can just hold down on the power button right here on the remote, and it's going to power off.